Of compact high-performance keyboards, you're in for a treat. Today we're unboxing and reviewing the NuPhy 75HE, a 75% layout keyboard that's big brother of the impressive 60HE. We'll dive into its build, performance, and see if it lives up to the hype. Let's get started. NuPhy continues to deliver outstanding low-profile analog keyboards using Hall effect technology. Previously on my channel, I reviewed the NuPhy 60HE, one of the most compact, best-looking and high-performing rapid trigger keyboards on the market that won't cost you an arm and a leg. Today, we're taking a look at its bigger brother, the NuPhy 75HE. As the name suggests, it's a 75% layout keyboard that promises to pack even more features into a slightly larger frame. Before we dive in, a quick note: NuPhy sent me this keyboard for review, but they haven't influenced or seen this review before posting. All opinions are entirely my own. Inside the box, you'll find a familiar set of accessories if you're acquainted with the 60HE. First up is the keyboard itself, which shares the same design philosophy as its smaller sibling. One noticeable difference is that the USB-C port is now located at the back instead of the side, a small but thoughtful change. You'll also get a matching USB-C cable, a switch and keycap puller, and a set of additional keycaps if the purple, transparent ones aren't your style. This allows you to customize the keyboard right out of the box, tailoring it to your aesthetic preferences. The keyboard is exceptionally well made, featuring a top case crafted from aluminum that complements the overall design beautifully. The dark grey keycaps pop against the brighter frame, giving a sleek and modern look. The bottom of the case is made of durable ABS plastic. A nice touch is the metal plate at the bottom engraved with the keyboard's name. While you might not see it often, it's a testament to NuPhy's attention to detail. We still have the signature side lights, which not only serve as a stylish accent but also have practical functionality. The left light indicates whether the caps lock key is activated. The RGB lighting is south-facing and positioned to prevent glare, making it easy on the eyes during long typing or gaming sessions. The backlighting is pretty bright, but keep in mind that the keycap legends aren't transparent. If you're gaming or typing in low light conditions, you might need an external light source to see the keys clearly. The NuPhy 75HE measures 316.4mm by 132.5mm, making it 19.2mm longer and 25.3mm taller than the 60HE. While that's a slight increase, it's more about the added height than length. In return, you'll get a row of function keys at the top, dedicated arrow keys on the side, and additional function keys like the delete and home above the arrows. As much as I love how tiny the 60HE is, the 75HE offers more practicality without taking up too much more desk space. Personally, I'd opt for the slightly larger variant for the added functionality. Now let's talk about sound. The keyboard sounds fantastic thanks to NuPhy's signature treatment. It includes PCB foam, plate foam and a silicone layer at the bottom. For a keyboard of this size and thickness, it's more than sufficient. But don't just take my word for it, let's do a quick sound test. I've said it before when reviewing the 60HE and I'll say it again, this is one of the best sounding rapid trigger keyboards for the money. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying this review, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me bring more content like this to you in the future. Thank you. Now let's get into arguably the most important aspect of this keyboard, its accuracy and performance. We'll use a micrometer to check how well the settings we adjust in the app translate to real-world effects. I've had nothing but positive experiences with NuPhy products in the past, but how does the 75HE stack up? Well, nothing's changed. In the best way possible, we still get amazing accuracy. I've set the actuation point to 1mm and it's spot on. The same goes for rapid trigger accuracy. It's incredibly close to 0.1mm, exactly matching the settings I've put in the app. By the way, this is one of the few keyboards that lets you fine-tune your actuation and rapid trigger settings down to 0.01mm increments. That's some of the most granular control available on the market. However, it doesn't make much sense to go below 0.1mm as you'll likely encounter accidental inputs. I recommend staying around 0.3-0.4mm mark for the best experience. Now let's check the performance. My testing method remains the same. I use my Sony RX7 camera in 1000 fps slow motion mode to measure the number of frames between the moment a key is released and the action appears on the screen. I used Overwatch 2 for this test because it introduces minimal latency. It's worth noting that this method accounts for the entire system's latency, including the CPU, RAM and monitor, giving us a comprehensive view of the real-world performance. So how does the NuPhy 75HE perform? Exceptionally well. It's just as good as the 60HE. While it's marginally slower, the difference is less than 1 millisecond, well within the margin of error. This positions it as one of the fastest keyboards on the market right now. Let's take a look at the software used to configure the keyboard. I find the NuPhy console to be one of the best looking and most user-friendly applications for rapid trigger keyboards. You can customize key assignments, set up shortcuts and configure function keys. If you don't want to use the web app every time you want to adjust the RGB lighting, you can also set up RGB shortcuts for the physical buttons. You can set trigger settings either per key or for all keys at once. Additionally, you can record macros, adjust polling rates, tweak anti-wobble settings and disable the Windows key and shortcuts. There are plenty of options, all presented in a tasteful and intuitive interface. So what are my final thoughts? I think you already know from the tone of this review, the NuPhy 75HE is an outstanding keyboard. It's well built using premium materials, sounds fantastic, especially considering the size, and offers amazing accuracy with top-tier performance. The only potential downside for some might be the price. It starts at around $130 on the official website, which is more expensive than some budget options. However, this isn't a budget-oriented keyboard. It's the best blend of performance, build quality, sound and price you can find on the market right now. I can't recommend it enough for anyone looking for premium quality product at a reasonable price. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to check out other videos you might find interesting. Thanks for watching. I'm Laser and I'll see you soon.